There's the chat. Multi-stream. All right, so we are actually streaming live on my Facebook Live channel. So I'll let you know if anyone actually tunes in to watch it. I'll keep an eye on the little stream there. I'm mostly just doing this to learn how all this stuff works, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, so let's pick up. Well, where were we last? If I got to get some background stuff happening, don't forget I'm going to be playing some music. So if you guys don't feel like listening to it, hit the gear tab on the right side, and then you can turn that down. And that's great. But you know what? I'm finding out. I don't think their master volume level is working right now. So I'm turning it down here. Well, we'll see how that works. Did that come on loud for everybody or quiet?
I don't hear nothing.
Oh, you got your music turned down?
Now I don't hear anything. Yeah.
I don't hear anything that's got music on.
I turned off music on. I turned off music the first thing I did.
I heard it when you first turned it on, and now it's gone.
That's weird because it's playing right now.
I think I heard it. I heard it through like an echo.
Oh, I might hear it. It might just be really quiet.
I did turn it way down on my end, which I think does turn it down for everybody.
Oh, that's weird. That seems like a terrible design flaw.
I mean, for me, having it at about a quarter volume is a pretty good volume on my end, but
I've got it cranked and can just barely hear it now.
That's because I'm sending such a light signal.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, perfect. But see, here's the thing. My master volume level did it get louder for you guys just now?
Oh.
Yeah, their master music volume level button isn't working on the gear tab. It doesn't work for me. I turned it all the way off. I can still hear the music.
It's working for me.
It is working?
Yep.
Okay, so at least it works on your guys' end. I just have to turn it down on my end because it was so loud, and I don't have.
It did cause me to always skip the last half of Master of Puppets because I heard the fade out and said, "Oh, that's the end."
So recap everybody where we, because I jotted down some things in the which I have to leave the game to look at right now. But last there was the guys that we jumped that tried an ambush, and it was a horribly embarrassing ambush attempt.
Technically, it was successful. They did ambush us. Just didn't get the win part down.
Yeah, they just kind of failed on the whole actually getting your stuff.
We still have. I think we still have 3 alive, because one's pinned under the bear's paw.
What's
I don't
that?
think it was 3, but...
Well, I mean, there was 3 alive, but we were going to sacrifice one to some elder god. Use the other for bloodboarding.
Oh, that's right.
This one is dead.
Well, whatever that is, and I am very concerned.
This one is dead. This one fainted, and this one is got an axe to his throat.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, this one obviously is a bear sitting on.
Is it mostly up and down?
Okay, so you guys were still on your way to find the church, right? This was on that road that you guys picked up in the forest, right?
Yeah.
Or we didn't know what we were following. We assumed there was some gathering of occultists or something.
Right.
We were
Between
following a magic path.
between the ritual you guys performed, and I think
Which
Wolf had done.
you're welcome for, by the way.
We got a different route anyways.
So
Now.
yeah, so that's where we're gonna pick it up from there. So you had 3 survivors. One guy didn't make it. Did we do anything with the survivors, or that's literally where we left off?
That's literally where we left off.
That's what I thought,
That's where we were considering going. Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure the bear's enough, scary.
Okay, so we restrained the camera,
Could be.
and that made it much, much, much worse.
All right,
it
so
does
yeah,
Can
so
you
let's leave it right. What's that?
make the camera's not able to move.
Connor, any chance you can turn down that
Oh,
recording?
yeah, sorry.
There
Thank
we
you.
go. All right. Okay, so you obviously thwarted the ambush. You've got 3 of the cultists with you. Obviously, don't appear to be talking much. They appear to be pretty shaken about the whole thing. The one thing that you guys would have noticed as well, because of the don't tell me it's working now. You just got to wait 5 minutes for the volume to change. All of a sudden, it just dropped out. I was playing with the slider, and then I left it, and all of a sudden, the music just dropped. So I think my music master works, but it just takes
Just
like
incredibly slow.
a long time before it actually does anything. Okay, so you've got the 3 guys, and like I said, when you were watching the ambush, they seemed fairly tentative. Like their hearts weren't really in it as well. You kind of noticed that, and that's why one of the reasons probably why it was taken care of so quickly. And we'll pick up right from there. So you've got the 3 guys. We'll put. Oh, I'm on the wrong level. Oh, I see what I got to do. I'm on the GM screen. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put these guys together so we can kind of keep track of what's going on. So like I said, they're very tentative, and they're very quiet. They're definitely not giving what do you want to say, an overly confident vibe. They appear to be pretty intimidated and look pretty defeated. And we'll just pick it up from there.
Are we saying this is the dead one, or is this still
Yeah,
the past?
we'll say I
Okay.
don't remember which one was which. So
So, all right.
I actually think my barbarian buddy there is right. We only had 1 alive.
Yeah, I think we killed a fair few.
it was the other way around.
No,
We
we
had 1
killed-
alive and 3 dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
so.
I think we only killed
No,
one.
I
I really do.
Yeah, we killed one over here. The barbarian charged over here, full aggressive stance, and got rid of
but
him.
whoever
And-
the
I'm
archer
sure I
is,
killed
got the
someone
other
over
one dead.
Oh, so 2 are dead? I remember 1 passed out, and the bear sat on.
The footage flying with a piece of
We
foam.
have
And
2
then
left.
And then the
Okay.
bear is pinning one to the ground.
Gotcha. All right. So after Rarik has Brawler drag the unconscious one over here, I don't know if it wakes up on the way over here.
No, they're pretty. They're yeah. As they're coming to, like I said, they just come across as very groggy, very defeated. Definitely looking like they'd rather be anywhere else but here right now.
All right. So Rarik's going to get down and say, "Quick or slow?" Please say slow.
Slow.
Well, it doesn't matter what your answer is. I'm standing over there.
Jaron's over there by himself.
Just hanging out.
He doesn't want to see this part.
I think he's trying to do
I'm trying.
something
No, I'm
up
trying
there.
to find a ferret.
I would say he's gonna go on a ferret hunt.
I think he's doing something that he doesn't want us to see.
Right.
Yes, because catching ferrets is a very private affair.
Private
And
ferret.
it's so-
So if that's what you call it these days,
Yeah.
finding a ferret.
That's what the cool kids are calling it. Hey, we have a viewer, so hello viewer. We have one.
one
so
thing
far.
you must not do under any circumstances
Hello,
if it's
sorry.
enraged is the Macarena.
So if this is anyone who's been watching me suck at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, tonight is tabletop game. Wednesday nights are going to be our regular campaign game, and we are picking up with a failed ambush as the group is going to investigate a church where there's supposed upstart cult that a local church in the area has hired this group to investigate and put an end to if there's anything to put an end to. So we've got we'll say we've got, we want to go with 2? It doesn't really matter. I mean, you got at least
Okay.
1, but
I'm-
2 is fine. Two is-
I'm noticing something up here in the top here, Jim. I say we search the dead bodies for intel or whatever,
Okay.
but it's not in the buttons up here.
Oh,
I
there's an investigate.
you have
skill.
a search dead body stat.
Well,
Well, if you're looking for an actual skill for that type of thing, it'd be an investigate. It's basically like a search skill. You can use it for any kind of like searching a room for traps or trying to find clues, or if you're questioning somebody and you want to use your investigation skill for trying to get some kind of an answer out of them. It's just basically trying to uncover hidden stuff, information or objects or doors or traps or whatever. Just to keep it real simple.
Does he find anything?
So searching
Does
the
he
the
find
bodies
anything?
themselves, the only thing that some scattered coins all together. If you pool it all together, there's probably a poor bag of silver there, poor level. So not a whole lot of coin. Other than their weapons, which are pretty crude, short swords and short bows is all they had on them, and maybe like a hunting knife or something like that. The gear, their equipment, not very good quality. Not matching either. It's not like they belong to some super organization that has a military budget, because it looks like it's whatever they were able to find. Basically. And then what else were you looking for besides just they're checking anything on their bodies?
Intel.
From the NASDAQ,
Also, save me a short bow or sword. I don't mind which. I'm literally just throwing sticks at this point.
I'll take one of
Doesn't that
those
sound
dull
pretty-
knives.
Okay.
Do
Could come in handy.
they have
I
any
mean,
letters on them or message or anything?
No letters, but you do notice they all have a brand on their chest over their heart. And this, where did I put that symbol? I might. Okay, so here's another slight little hiccup with certain aspects of the game tonight. Everything's working great, but I had my Google Drive crashed on a resync. I don't know what caused that to happen, but the only fix I found online was that I basically had to unlink the account from my computer, delete everything, uninstall
Gosh.
Google Drive Backup and Sync, reinstall it, tell them who I am, and tell them what folders I want to put. And here's the other little wrinkle. Once I get that done, I have 2 hard drives on my laptop, and you can only install Backup and Sync on your C drive. But once you do it, then you can unlink the account, create a folder in D, and then move it over to there. But I got the first part of it almost synced. I think, let's see, I could tell you that. Oh, it's not even running right now. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, in a moment I'll be able to tell you. That's the other thing that's worth.
At least some of it's backed up in Dropbox.
Yeah, all the Dropbox. So this is for my Google Drive, and all the online stuff is fine. It's just on my one laptop, it crashed while it was synchronizing, and it corrupted a bunch of stuff locally on my laptop. So I just had to get rid of everything and then just re-download it all, which is I'm in the process of doing now. It's just taking forever. So some things I may not be able to get to, and I'm noticing that I started our campaign in Google Drive. And then when we all decided that Dropbox was easier to work with on a shared basis, I moved everything over, I thought, but I think there's a couple folders in the online campaign. Yep, like my handouts. And my handouts is still empty in Google, so it hasn't updated that part of my Google Drive yet. But so there's a symbol. I'll find it. I found it online. And I'll show you guys in a little bit. But they all have the and it's a brand, not a tattoo. That's one thing they have in similar style as far as their robes, but they look pretty kind of hastily thrown together, kind of matching mostly for the most part, but pretty ragged.
All right. Brock's gonna say, start talking before your lunch.
We're having
And as he says that, Ragnar taps the bear on the shoulder,
The bear gets lunch whenever it wants.
and the bear lowers a claw into his chest.
Nice, Larry, at first. All right, cool. He's like, look, man, basically the gist that you get from these guys, they're new recruits. They haven't even been to like a formal meeting. Basically, they were recruited. Let me pull up my map here.
So he should be wetting himself by now.
Oh, he's free. He's gonna tell you everything you want to know. I'm just trying to figure. I can't remember what town I had them come from. So give me 1 second. And you guys,
Are there any good pubs out there?
You guys were heading towards. No, I can't remember what is going on. Hang on a sec. I'm going to pull up. I don't want to exit out of my map, so I'm just logging in on a separate tab to our campaign because I know I put some decent notes on our session 1 just for now, just so I hate forgetting details. And because I can't access everything. That's right. They were in Kudig. Okay. That's right. There we go. Okay, so this other group was from the village of Bodur, which is a few days east, kind of northeast of Kudig. So they're not even from this immediate area. They were recently recruited in Bodur. They were brought outside of Kudig. And they were basically brought to this spot, and were basically, if anybody tries to take this road west, stop them, basically. And because they're not seasoned veterans, they thought the best way to do that was through trying to ambush people coming down the road. So they tried, they failed. So they're new recruits from Bodur. Like I said, it's about maybe 3-4 days east northeast of of Kudig, and they've been here for just a day or two. They just arrived, and you're actually the first people they've encountered on the road since they've been there, other than cultists.
Bad luck.
Yeah.
And what is your cult?
Let me pull up my religions here.
What does,
Guys, be careful. They might be
More like
Catholics.
what does this mean? And he puts his axe right along the edge of the brand, like he's gonna take it as a souvenir.
That was what we had to accept. We had to take the brand to become part of the group. It was sort of an initiation. Did I miss the question?
Oh, it's like the Assassin's Creed cutting off the ring finger thing.
Yeah, but
if I don't want to
Sure,
make a
it means
video like this.
I'm just waiting for the religions to pop up on my map here because I got them all listed. I just can't remember the name of it. And...
They're Buddhist.
Not quite. There it goes. And it was this one. They're called.
Jaron,
They're called.
you're fairly crafty.
No.
Any chance you could fake these brands? Might as well disguise ourselves as cultists if we want to break in.
You really want to brand yourself?
Ignorant people.
I want to pretend to brand myself. Sculpt some mud, put something on it. I don't know.
Who's the
Your
wizard?
The Tibrians?
Tibrian.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tibrians.
I read it as Tiberian, like Siberian, but tiger.
Tiberius could cast an illusion.
And
So-
what is the meaning behind this? The symbol that the rune is?
There, so it's a symbol. The best way I could describe it, because I gotta find it. It kind of looks like a woman with her hands in her face, like kind of down. It's kind of a rough thing if you can imagine it, but kind of outline of a face with long hair, kind of hands in front, looking like sad. Their main god is Mazada Al, the Far Mother of Doom. So it's a death cult, basically.
I look at
Or they're just a really big fan of 1993 shooters.
You got 3 people.
I look at Valdrin and I say, "You can have his," and I start leaning on the axe a little bit, like I'm going to carve it off him.
It is.
Staples.
So basically, at this point, they're like, we made a huge mistake. we want to get out of here. We have a small encampment about 100 yards off the road, straight north from here. Take whatever you want. We do have a small bit of money there. We just want to go back to Bodur.
How many more are there?
Well,
Cultists.
so they've only seen a handful. I'd say they travel on this road in groups of 3 or 4, but they've only seen 8 to 10 distinct faces that they've seen. So in the last 2 days, they've seen several small groups of people in groups of usually 3 or 4, different combinations of about the same 8 or 10 people.
And what do they want besides? What do they want besides death? I mean, we can give you that.
Well, that's not really what they signed up for. The whole idea was that this cult is trying to. Whoa! What's going on? I give me a second, guys, because everything's going.
Trying to whoa.
Well, no, my meat meeting moved
You're
windows.
lagging a bit.
Oh shit! Hang on, I think I just lost my third monitor. I'm just gonna double check it real quick and see. It looks like 2Mon isn't running. Give me 1 second. I'm using a third monitor for my.
Yeah.
It says it's running. That's
Rich.
So I can have my shit running. I'm gonna close it and restart it and see if that helps.
I wish my wife took as good care of me as your wife does.
Hey now, I do stuff. I'm not completely broke. I get unemployment. I got some side jobs I'm working. I've only been able to get a couple of freelance gigs.
I'm messing with you. Don't get up that out of shape.
Oh, it's not in here now.
I was about to say,
He's waiting for that sweet, sweet streaming money to come rolling.
Yeah. I really just learned how to do it. It says connecting. Okay. There it goes. Extra video port not found on your PC. Only mirror. It's never done that before. So hang on. Oh. Disconnect. That's weird. Well, I'm gonna have to find another way to do this for the stream, and it's like right in the middle, which I don't really care. But I was mostly just getting the settings. But now I don't have a. There's nothing in the video monitor of while I'm streaming our thing here. Oh, we got 2 viewers now, but I have technical problems, of course. Yeah, it says the video port. I don't know if you guys know much
That's what
about
viewers
it.
come for. Watch you solve technical problems.
Thank you, gentlemen. You've been watching.
200
It won't let me close
size
it.
Well,
of the game
Nice
you
of them
wanna
to
play.
tune into the
By the
technical
way,
difficulties.
I'm sorry.
Don't name it that. That's already
Support
in
my
use.
page.
Disconnect. Yes. I'm gonna. I don't know what to do. And now I just got to figure out where I can put this window so at least you can see it. Someone talking, so it's not completely weird. So let me do that. Let me just see. Extra video port is not found. It's never done that. I've been using Tumon for months, and I've never seen this pop up before. But now it only wants to mirror my other monitor. So it's only showing 2. Detect. Yeah, it won't see the 3rd monitor now. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do for fun is, since that's running pretty decent, I'll just run this down here. And then I got to resize the window is all. I apologize, guys. I had everything working perfectly, and then my little app just crashed. So Google Meet, that's what I want. Oh, I can't do it
That part's
way.
clearly still working because we can hear you, but
Yeah, the app's working great. It's just I can't keep it on top so you can see it in the on the live stream. It's really weird. It doesn't usually do that. But see if I but now
Talking about, I still see you.
well now if I switch to it, it'll be in the stream, but I can't check it because the Streamlabs is behind my.
Your shoulder.
There we go. Now I can see it. Okay, so that's working. Crisis averted. And now we can get back into this. Okay, so let me get rid of, let me minimize the Streamlabs since I know that's working. There we go. Okay, I'm good to go. What were we doing?
Ready, Vanity Smurf?
Yeah. Hey, I just want it to look halfway decent, you know? I care about stuff like that. I'm weird that way. And this thing.
We were interrogating the noobs.
That's right. So you knew they've
When
only
you say it
been
like that, it sounds real.
been in town for a day or two. They've seen, like I said, they do see a fair amount of traffic. There's a lot of going back and forth, but they're usually in small groups. But it's a lot of the same people. As near as they can tell, there's probably 8 to 10 people actually at the church at any given time.
Okay. What are they doing at that church?
They don't know. They were just told to not let. What's that?
Are they having an orgy at the church?
Anything's possible. But they've not even gone there yet. They were basically recruited in another town. They traveled here. They were taken to an encampment that was off the road, told to stay there for this week, watch the road, and if anybody tries to travel west on the road, they were to stop them at all costs. So that was their job. You were the first actual people that they ran into, and they failed miserably, so they don't want to go back.
Where is this camp?
And do they have pubs?
The camp is about 100 yards due north of where you guys are on the road. So it'll be easy to find. And then the church is another couple of miles down this road. It basically it keeps bearing west for a while, and then it's going to turn north. There's a hilly, craggy sort of area. I would call it bluffs. I wouldn't call them mountains. But this church is kind of built into the back end of a hill. I'll show you once you guys get close enough. But they're trying to give you as much information as they know. It's clear they're out of their league. They never should have been recruited. They're not cult material. And they don't even really know anything. They were just basically hired to be guards. glorified guards, because they haven't even actually really learned much about the cult. The only thing they really know about it is this cult is going to bring about, utopia for those who worship. But in order to do that, they got to get rid of everybody else. So that was sort of the selling point, and they were going to bring all this magical power and lift people. Everyone was going to have the same, resources, and no one's going to go hungry as long as you serve this goddess. You'll have a abundance of comforts and all this as long as you stay on the right side. If you're on the wrong side, you're going to be destroyed. So their idea was, well, we kind of suck and we're poor, so we're going to definitely join this group. And they were willing to get branded for it, so it tells you how desperate they were.
It's where the liquid.
So it's like COVID, but with more communism.
There you go. There you go. So that's all they know. They're telling you everything they possibly can.
All right, let's drag them to the encampment.
All right. So you guys basically start heading. They'll lead you right to it. It's basically, like I said, it's just due north from the road. They weave through some stuff over a little hill, comes into a little clearing, maybe about 40, 50 feet in diameter.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Pragmar. How about we don't just waltz into their encampment? We can set up a line in the woods, tell these people to go talk to their fellows.
Well, what was that?
Well,
Start shooting it.
They said there was anybody else in the encampment.
How about you just drop a fireball in the middle of the camp?
They would say there's not anybody else in the camp.
Yeah. So when you guys get there, it's
Easy way
Right.
to lead us into a trap.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll head toward the encampment and we'll stop short and take a peek.
okay.
Fair
So doing that, you guys can clearly see that it's an encampment for 4 people. It doesn't look like they have anybody else there. So the camp basically looks deserted, other than for their 4 tents and random equipment.
Okay. Any sign of anybody else coming and going?
If you
Hey,
check,
Right.
Guardians, you want to come by the rest of the party?
what's that?
What?
Or are you scouting?
I think
Sure,
Ralph was scouting.
Jaren,
Jaren's off looking for ferrets, I think.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
He's off playing with his ferret.
Okay.
so nobody's in the camp?
Nobody's in the camp. Looks like it's a camp for 4. It's pretty makeshift. But you do find a mediocre amount of sorted coins and whatnot from their stores, and they're perfectly willing. Like, take it, just let us go, and you'll never see us again.
Any of this given to you by the main sect?
For the supplies,
Or was it stolen?
well,
For the supplies, yes.
so the only thing that they brought with them was their personal effects. The camp was already set up when they got there. So it's not their stuff, other than, like
No
I said,
sense,
their
then.
personal effects.
What happened to the last shrubs that had this duty?
They never even heard of, as far as they've been able to tell, this new location where they're trying to make sort of like their new little headquarters in this area. They've only been there a short time, like a week or two. They haven't been there for months on end. This is a completely new incursion into this part of the part of Kal. So they've only been there recently, as far as the cult and the intel.
Yeah, my audio system's acting up.
Well, yeah. So the intel you guys had was that this was kind of an upstart thing. They've only been kind of poking around these neighboring towns and villages for the last couple weeks. So they've only been in the area for a couple weeks, and these guys, this particular group of people, have been here for a day or two, for a couple days. And you're the first group that they've run into. So they don't know a whole lot other than, like I said, they know that they did, one thing they did get was a demonstration of some of their sorcerer's power of this group. And that was pretty convincing. So they have seen that there is something to this, but they haven't really been brought all the way in to the organization. That they were part of them earning their stripes was protecting the road, and they obviously failed the first opportunity they had. So,
Okay. What do we want to do with them? Tie them up? Feed them to the friends?
We can be merciful.
No, we can't.
Bears got to eat,
Wolf's got to eat.
Right.
correct. So you guys do what you want. I'm waiting to see how you guys want to go from here.
I'm looking for a consensus.
A consensus for what?
What we're going to do with them.
I say we send them with a blood debt to the Jarl's wife.
You want to send cultists to the Jarl's wife?
Fuck that.
Always good to have
Feed one
minions.
to the bear, feed one to the wolf, and string the other two up. And gut them right there.
Ken's had a pretty rough week, as you can tell. So hang them all.
I wouldn't send them to Pretty Lady, but I don't care what else we do with them.
They're not going to make it to her. We would have to turn around and escort them back to make sure that they got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So feed one to the bear, one to the wolf, and string the other two up.
I'm okay with that, but I'm just the protector here.
Right.
What do you fancy druids want to do?
And leave their entrails for the crows.
Not crazy about sending them back to town, but any other ideas?
The wolf and bear then. Doesn't matter.
Fine by me. Sorry.
Well, it was worth a shot.
I'm actually gonna keep the brand off of one of them after they're dead. I'm not gonna cut it off them alive. But...
Okay.
Yeah, you can
So you got
super
a
glue
copy
it to your
of
neck.
A copy of the actual symbol, right?
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Make sure you tan the hide so it doesn't rot and stink.
Salt.
I'm gonna fix something in Streamlabs because it just started acting weird again. So you're basically take care of those guys, clean out basically anything usable from the camp, and then what were you guys doing after that? Just continuing on.
I guess so. I don't see any reason to stick around.
Still have a
Unless
direction to go
are
in.
there any other paths coming in or out of this encampment?
There's not even really a path to it. And so they basically
Okay.
just wandered off the road and found a clearing, and that's what they're
Okay.
using. So
Just making sure there wasn't another road we didn't know about. Okay. Let's go.
alrighty. Roll20 is on my end white. Are you guys seeing the screen? There it goes.
Yeah.
Never mind. It was.
You're lagging too, FYI. Sometimes your video lags your audio. Sometimes you blank out for a second.
Yeah, there's a lot going on over here. I really wanted to test the system and kind of see. It's fairly stable on this end. There's a couple things that are a little bit slow, but Firefox is pretty much crashed, so I'm closing
you-
that. I was what I usually do
Yeah,
is
you
I run.
definitely got some lag.
There's some lag.
Yep.
Okay. Hopefully it's a little better now. All right. So
Want me to hack your computer? Figure out what's going on?
what's that?
What, Ken?
I said, want me to hack your computer and figure out what's going on?
Yeah. Good luck. What's going on is a lot of apps on my thing are running right now with Streamlabs and 2 instances of well, now only 1 instance of Roll20. But yeah, it's weird because when I stream Assassin's Creed, I let my video card set the settings so it's running optimally. Definitely not all cranked out. This is only a Predator 300, but it's still fairly cranked out. And I've had some temporary lag issues for maybe a
Listen
second
to
or two. What?
I said, listen to him, only a Predator.
Well, I wanted a Triton. I couldn't afford a Triton, so I got the Predator. It's about half. Let's see. Okay, so yes, so you're getting back on the road. At this point, it was like late afternoon, so you probably could still reach the church area before
Okay.
before you made camp, or before dark, I should say.
Let's do it.
All right. So as you guys head that way, as you come around, you do finally see. And what's nice is as the road turns and starts heading up, there's an easy spot where you can get off to the side of the road, get a good vantage point without being seen. It's pretty dense forest, almost with up to about 100 yards from the actual church itself. So you're pretty clear, or you can pretty much go anywhere you want around the church from about 100 yards away. It's all pretty wide open, scattered trees between that clearing. It's not completely bare, so there are like scattered trees all the way too. It's just that the dense part of the forest stops about 100 yards before the church, and the road just continues right up to the church itself. This part of the road, once you get to it, you could tell is only recently been used more, but there's still a lot of overgrowth and it hasn't really been cleared properly. So you can tell that whoever is running this thing, they either don't know much about those sort of things or they're in a big hurry. It just looks kind of very hasty. And I do have a picture of the church of what it kind of looks like.
Standard church. Looks like is that against a mountain or a giant tree?
It's a big foothills. So it's not like mountains, but it is built into the side of the hill, like you see. Like,
Okay.
Like it's like the Shire. I was actually thinking more like like Viking, like old Viking, where they built them into the side of the hill, kind of a thing. I'm getting a lot of
Into the fjord. Yeah.
yeah.
With half underground houses.
Yeah, half in, half out. So that's what it looks like as you approach it. So it's not a big temple; it's just a small church built into the hill. It definitely looks like it's been here a while. It's an old church, and it looks like it hasn't been in use in a very long time. The other thing you're going to notice is that the picture shows the doors closed on the front, but they're actually bashed in and tattered. You can see from they basically been just bashed in.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a small
Do we
church.
see anyone?
There's a little tower, and that's pretty much what you see. I can edit this too.
But we don't see any people.
There we go. No, currently
No people?
outside there's no people. Nobody outside.
Right.
And just
Well, if you send a bear in, there's not going to be much people left inside either.
yeah, right. I'm gonna try and double check something here. Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna ask Roller to sniff around and tell me how many he smells.
okay, so you're gonna send the wolf kind of around
If
the
I can
area.
do that. Yeah, let him do some scouting. Tell me how many people he smells.
Okay.
The bear and I'll scout outside.
Now, just so we can stay congruent on, because we have a lot of animal companions, so that I know what their limitations are. How high can your wolf count? Are you looking for like oh, there's only where he kind of doesn't really react, so like maybe there's only a couple people, or it comes back totally freaked out, like there's like 20, 30 people there. Is that what you're kind of looking for, or?
I don't think he can.
100.
He probably can't count much past 5. So
Yeah, one too many.
right.
Yeah, for bear, there's no such thing as too many.
Right. So he's gonna prowl around the area a little bit. Give him half an hour or so to kind of scout around.
Sure.
And then was anybody doing anything
You sending the
else?
bear the other direction around the clearing? Is that what you said, Ken?
What?
Did you say you were sending your bear the other direction around the clearing to look around?
Yeah, around the outside of clearing.
Yeah. All right. So we send an animal each direction.
Okay.
We don't have time for this. I throw my hawk up in the air and say, count.
Count.
The bear takes a swipe at the hawk and knocks it to the ground.
All right. So I'm just looking at.
And of course, the hawk is just not paying attention, so it just goes up to about 10 feet, goes back down.
Right. Okay. Perfect. So so the basically sending the animals out to kind of scout the area. The wolf comes back. His fur's up. He's growling a little bit, but he doesn't seem overly concerned. And it sounds from the signals you're picking up from your wolf. He only saw a couple people. The hawk saw one person in the bell tower.
Makes sense.
And that was about all they. So the wolf picked up a couple scents, not a whole lot, and it didn't seem overly agitated. He didn't actually see anyone. The feeling that you're getting is he picked up, definitely saw footprints, he saw scents, he picked up a lot of different scents, but he didn't actually see any people around the grounds.
Okay. Then did the bear find anything?
No, the only.
Berries.
Well, we don't know how many he found, but he comes back with a leg.
So where did you send the bear?
So we sent the wolf one direction around the clearing and the bear the other way.
Okay, so both basically are going to give the same idea. Like there's some people in the area, but they didn't actually see any people. Like they can sense that there's people in the church and more than a couple, but they didn't actually see any people. So there's nobody like
Let's see.
There's nobody on the hill. There's nobody like in the clear, like out, within the edges of the clearing, because they would have checked that whole area out. And you guys can see there's nobody actually in the clearing between you and the church. So the whole area seems to be pretty empty right now, except for the church itself.
Think you can shoot that watch, Mr. Bowman?
With a fire arrow?
But I've got a better idea.
Send the hawk after him.
Just
I'm
go
going
in
to
the church.
sneak up to the tower. And the idea is to climb it, jump in through the window, and just kill him up close.
All right.
Oof. Complicated.
Going with the assassination attempt.
In the as a tribute to Braveheart, just burn it.
Sadly, it's
we're
judging by
supposed
the
to
image.
bring home the Jarl, the pretty lady. I mean, if he doesn't make it home,
Right?
darn. But
Yeah, I had a whole plan involving thatched roofs and hawks dropping flaming branches, but sadly, no thatched roots.
And just to give you an idea of the scope, this is kind of a bluffy area, so it's very hilly naturally. No mountains or anything like that, but it is very hilly. This particular hill, the
So the
diameter,
area lies.
the diameter is probably about a half a mile or so. It's probably a couple 100 feet in height. So it would be something where you could explore up. You could go above the church and explore that area and around. So it's accessible, I guess, is what I want to say. So yeah. So basically, for the sneak attempt, are you going to try to do it? Are you going to try? Oh, you're going straight in. You're not going to shoot him. You're going to actually creep up to the tower and
Yep.
hop in.
Climb
Okay.
up the side, jump in the thing, stab him.
Okay, so it's getting
be
close to dark. So if
interesting.
you guys are gonna make like a makeshift camp and all that here, by the time you guys are pretty much ready to go, are you wanting to use the darkness as an advantage for your
Oh,
assassination?
absolutely. Sneak in when it's dark.
Perfect.
Okay.
Why would I do
Oh,
any different?
I figured he was going to try and sneak in while lighting himself on fire, banging pots and pans together, and screaming at the top of his lungs.
So
No,
once
that's
it starts to get
Ragnar
dark,
approach.
because the front doors are completely bashed in, you do see light coming from the doors, and there are a couple of windows. I think there's 4 windows on the front of the church, looking at the overhead. So you'll see, and they're makeshift. They're basically holes with bars, so there's no real glass. But so you can see light pouring through the front of the church, and there's your character. They can see that there's a small fire burning up at the tower, so he's got some light as well. And you rolled. Okay, so let me go ahead and make the check to see if he sees you. I'm just going to call it fair because he's got a lot of ground to watch. It's going to be dark, even though there's a clearing. There's a lot of scattered trees to get kind of close. So we're just gonna, and you got the darkness as your to help you. So I'm just gonna call it. Actually, we'll just
Friend?
yeah.
I was just going to say that too.
Is it your old friend?
My old friend.
So we'll make his check. Whoops, why didn't that work? There it goes.
Know what my stealth is. I imagine it's not very good.
My first roll of the
Ooh.
night. My first roll of the night.
Wow.
Hey Nate, guess what? Well, first of all, make your
What?
climbing check. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'm assuming you've got the stuff you need. Are you trying to scale it, or are you throwing
thinking,
something?
I was just gonna try and scale it. Although apparently I could throw a freaking metal grappling hook in, this guy wouldn't notice.
It's the cult of the inept.
Oh my god, that was embarrassing. My first roll, I rolled all minuses. Yikes! Why can't-
They're not inept, they're just not paid enough.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
You mean metal dice?
Alright.
Oh, it's not.
It's pretty rough and kind of analogous to a cliff face, right? Just judging by what it looks like.
I'm trying to get this to
Yeah,
pull up again,
yeah.
but it's not. I'm not getting the thing to pop up. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong.
Well, I climbed as well as a normal untrained climber. That
Yeah.
definitely looks like a wall a normal untrained climber could reliably get up.
I can't get the picture to show.
I
Can
think
you
he
guys
managed
see
to
the
go
picture?
down.
It won't open
Yeah.
for me in the journal. I click
What
on
picture?
It's
What
a
picture are you
handout
talking
small
What are we on,
church.
Bill Cosby show?
it. I'm clicking on it, but
The picture of the church, or is it
yeah,
another
the picture of the church. I can't get it to.
Yeah, we're looking at it.
Well, that's weird. Everything else, all the other handouts work, but when I click on the small church to open it, it doesn't open.
Yeah, I've had that problem.
I don't know, I've got it working.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
it's
anyway,
working
I'm
for you
seeing a
guys.
route up along a slope, which is basically slope, walk along a roof. Like, it's barely even climbing.
Well, I'm an idiot because
Hmm.
I just realized I can just look at the actual. I got the. It's on the same thing as the map as the actual tactical map. So that's so
That would
stupid.
also work.
Yeah. Okay, let me zoom up on that. Oh yeah, I mean that would be super easy.
Oh, yeah.
So what did you get?
Poor.
I was going to call it a mediocre difficulty to get up there.
Honestly, I'm surprised you called for a roll at all for what this thing looks like.
Actually, yeah. Because you made the stealth check, you could have just went up the actual, came down like the hill, and then just got on the roof, and then, So here's what happens.
Yeah, I was thinking hill, roof.
Yeah. So as soon as you get
Like
out,
that-
as soon as you peek over the thing where the guy was, he is passed out, laying on the ground, asleep on the job, since he rolled a -5.
Cut his throat.
How high is this tower?
Well, it's
Trying
like a
to get a-
Oh, you're gonna teach
second-story
me skydiving?
second-story tower. I call it maybe 20 feet to the ground.
All right, cool. I'm throwing him out the window.
Head first,
Why?
right?
So he can be found.
Yeah, he accidentally fell with three stab wounds. Yeah, totally.
I don't need to stab him if I throw him out the window.
So just for fun, because
Yeah, that's more likely to get the people in the church out in the open to respond.
when he falls with a thud. Let's just for fun. Let's just make sure he doesn't wake up while you're trying to maneuver him. So whatever, make it a brawn check is just kind of picking him up, and I'll make a will check at a -2 because he's drunk. Just in case something interesting might happen.
And out.
And now you got a guy waking up as you're trying to throw him off the thing.
Let's stomp on him.
Oh, you didn't wake up.
Hey, skydiving.
Imagine that.
So head first, drunk guy falls with a thud, loud cracking noise, and a small pool of blood starts to form around the base of him. And yeah, so let's check and see. I can do my rolls this way for these types of rolls. All right, so as you guys are watching, so Nate, you're in the tower, correct?
Yeah.
So in there's nothing in the tower but a small brazier for the fire. There's in the bell actual tower there is a bell. The actual what do they call it, the clanger or whatever, the thing that makes the noise is missing from the bell. And there's a flight of stairs that goes down. Down into the building from where you are.
So he can't toll the bell.
Yeah, you can't ring the bell. If there's no clanger in it, whatever they call that little thing.
Just have to hit it very hard.
Yeah.
So as you guys are watching, it gets like real quiet, and all of a sudden you see something falling out of the tower. Not sure if you'd hear the thud from 100 yards away, but you definitely seen something fall. And then maybe about a minute or two later, one person does come out. They poke their head out of the church, so they heard it. They see the body, lay it out the front, and then they go back in for a
Cool. I
second.
shoot them while poking their head out.
You want to take a shot at him?
Oh, absolutely.
So normally we'd call it probably a fair difficulty, but you've got a height advantage, so we're going to call it mediocre. As he walks out to see what's going on, he only gets about maybe 5 or 6 feet outside of the. I'd say he's about halfway between the body and the doors. So you got it by 2.
Yep.
So it's a minor wound. it's not going to put him down, but it's definitely going like a grazing shot. You can describe it how you like, but he did a minor wound to him.
All right. I take a shot, aiming for his head, miss, hit the shoulder, and the bone's just so thick there the arrow doesn't do too much.
He spins around and he screams. He doesn't see you. He just kind of looked back to where he thought the arrow was coming from. Grabs his shoulder and he just goes running back into the church. but he's not yelling or screaming or acting weird. He just like, and then ran back in.
All right, time to jump on the animals and charge in. I think that's our signal.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Seems like a great signal.
Yeah, subtle.
Wait,
Right?
do I get to ride an animal with you guys, or am I just jogging behind?
Just step for me, please. Connor, can you
What?
step for me?
There we go.
I'm picturing him clinging on the back of the bear as the bear runs.
Oh God. Okay, let me
Fair cavalry, best cavalry.
let me grab your guys' tokens so I can kind of get ready for this. This is going to be weird because I wasn't anticipating a full frontal assault on the church. So.
Well, the cat's out of the bag now.
I'm only
Well,
moving
nobody
tokens
wanted
so I
them
can
to me and just burn it.
cluster them all together and grab them all at once. So.
Brain, very prevalent this year. They said it was supposed to be Sony. Guess not.
Are we doing?
There's Jaren. There he is.
Nobody said we were doing a lawful good campaign.
That's true. I should let you.
Well, as far as we know, these guys might be nerdy.
Now's a good time to mention that there is no such thing as lawful good in this world. So there's no such thing as lawful.
It's all chaotic.
Yeah, there's just
It's just chaotic.
survive. Yeah.
My favorite kinds.
Chaotic alive.
There we go.
That's your
Okay.
alignment.
Move you guys to this other map. Okay, so the door, it's a double door, and are you guys literally just kind of charging in through the front?
Double door. Well, I mean, I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna charge into an ambush.
Who's so
Although,
if you're going in 2x2, how do you guys want to enter the building? Just so I put the tokens in here, right? It's before we, and then I can describe the scene. Why are they not pasting?
I don't know. Should we just charge in? What do you think?
Yeah, you guys take a
Yeah,
second to
let's go
formulate
get 'em.
your. Oh, there they are. It just took a minute because I was.
What do you think?
so many
Oh yeah, as we're charging, shall we just charge in as we're in mid-run? All right, yeah, I guess we're charging in. We're doing this the fun way.
Are you guys on your mount?
Just
We
like
have-
still hold.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is good.
Well, I guess I have an Uber bear. Like a bear that's an Uber, not a very good bear. Well, I guess it would be an Uber bear. Or an Uber super bear.
Map tools is
Yeah,
going,
Uber Super.
or map tools. Wow, I can't believe I just said that. Roll20 is going
Map?
really slow right now. Like it's literally taking me 10 seconds to move a
I-
token.
I really think you're really taxing your machine by the looks of it.
Everything else is running really good. The only thing that I'm noticing lag on is, like you said, the video occasionally. I don't even care about that so much, but Roll20 is
Yeah.
dogging right now. I really wanted to try that Astral tabletop. I signed up for a month of it just to have all the features and everything,
I got you.
but I never really got a chance to play with it, so I can't tell you how good it is. And I'm sorry I'm going to do this so slow, but Roll20, since they have throttled their servers for the pandemic, it has not been awesome for me, even when I'm not doing all the streaming stuff. So I'm a little disappointed about that. Oh, I accidentally brought a cultist with you. Let's get rid of him.
He's just dragging behind the bear. He got
Yeah.
stuck on his claw.
Yeah.
No,
So Jadron's
we
there.
have to give him some bear snacks. He ate them all.
And Vadron, you're up here with your hawk.
Bear.
Because you're on
Yeah, I
the
am.
part of the map.
Cultist jerky.
Okay, so this is a little bit. It's just Roll20 is just. I do something and then I wait about 10 seconds and then it does it, like trying to scroll the map or zoom in, or do anything. There we go. Now it's moving. It just seems like every once in a while it just gets now it's working normally. So maybe it's just, I don't know, technology. There we go. Okay, so I got you guys up there. I just want to make sure everybody's in place before I move the map. And it's still acting weird, so bear with me. I apologize. This sucks. But I have to know what's working and what's not working as I try to get this stuff dialed in. Otherwise, there's really no point in trying to do any of it. So I may even try to run a session with map tools again. I may try to run a session with Map Tools again just to see if that.
Yeah, I laughed.
Huh?
I'm on record
I
liking
laughed.
map tools, so
You don't like Map Tools?
I do like map
Oh.
tools. I have nothing against it.
Well, I like, and it's really grown in the last year. They got some new people on development, and it's been working a lot better. Had a lot of things. Still got 2 people watching, so that's cool. I just double checked that. So hello.
Got Jen and Aubrey.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them are watching me game. I get them to pop on like for a second to like, hey, see if the text thing works. Try to send me a comment or see if you could do a tip, and just to see if it works. And then as soon as they do their good deed, they bail on me. So I don't blame them. Okay, so I got everybody on the map. It's going to be a little tricky because Vadron, you're in a different part of the map. I didn't think about how I would split this up, so this might be a little weird. But let's see what happens. I just got to copy and paste this brazier. Forgot to actually put one in the tower. And then I'll move
Like, just
everybody.
like, go.
There we go. And now I'll move everybody
Shoulders.
over to the map now. So as you guys go charging in, it's a very small church. There's only a few rows of pews. There's a small makeshift altar at the top. There are 2 cultists currently doing something. They've got their backs to you when you burst into the room. So they spin around shocked as you guys come barreling in. I'm just putting you guys basically at the entrance of the
On animals. Yep.
Yeah, on the animals to start with. I'm trying to move Vadron's hawk over, but it's being slow again. So I'm just waiting. There it goes to catch up. Now I can move it up here. I basically have to do the move blind and then let go, and then it happens pretty quick. But if I try to grab a token and kind of figure out where I want to go and move, it doesn't want to do anything until I drop. So I just gotta work a little bit differently than I normally do, and it'll be fine. So for this exchange, Vadron, since you are separate from everybody else, and obviously as soon as you hit that, you saw them come charging towards the. You got to see the awesome battle charge of the wolf rider and the bear rider, and ferret seeking cleric.
Hanging on the back of the bear.
Maybe we can find him a giant ferret that he can, like a dire ferret that he can ride.
Ride.
Hey, slap wings on that thing, and you got yourself a deal.
I'll take a picture of our.
Basically, just a fuzzy dragon at that point.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of our actual.
Fuzzy dragon.
Yeah.
Actual what?
I'll take a picture of our actual ferret, and you can use that as your token image.
There you go.
All right.
Cool, I got a ferret. Completely useless, but at least I have a scarf.
Right. So Vadron, so you said you're going to make your way down the stairs.
Yeah, might as well.
This is going to get really weird. This is going to be fun on a GM side. Because this isn't a huge place, so a lot of things are going to take place in a fairly confined. I'm trying to get this brazier lined up, and I'm telling you, there we go, close enough. I just want to make sure it was on there. Okay, so can everybody see the map?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So Vadron, if you want to, for
At
now,
least the main hall of the map.
put yourself on the stairs, and then in the next exchange, you'll be in a different part of the map. Okay. And then, so what do you guys want? So you guys come charging in. You're
The
still on your mouse.
stairs are where you just indicated, or
Here's
here's the stairs. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Wait a minute. No, that's the wrong set. I had you in the bell tower. You're in the
All right. Lighting is so weird.
Yeah, it's because of there's a wall going around the steps.
There, okay, yep, there we go. There's the stairs.
You can barely see just the little wall right
Yeah,
there.
no, in my initial position, I'm like, what stairs in this bell tower? But there they are.
Okay, and then so let me get Rarik. What is Rarik going to do this exchange? You got two guys. They basically you caught them off guard. They're working on some stuff, setting things up, and they spin around like and this is what you see.
I'm going to continue the charge and press our advantage.
Are you going to have your wolf trying to go over the pews or skating around?
So how big are they? I mean, do I think he can do that easily, or is that a problem?
I mean, he can hop over them. You know, imagine like in a church, but there's not a lot of space in between. You know what I mean? Like for getting over one and then trying to get to the other. So it'd probably be quicker to go around them than try to go over them. The bear might be able to just go through.
The light is completely glitching.
I figured you would like hop on top and then run along them. That sounds like a great way to get hurt, but.
Oh, what was that?
When I go to move my character, the light is completely glitching. It's showing me the other. When I go to move my character, the light and the view is completely glitching. It's showing me the other rooms. It's like in bars. I don't know how to explain it. And then I could just see everything for a second there.
Oh, that's weird. and see, that's not on my end. That's Roll20 just being
so like slow. I can't see. No, it's Roll20. Yeah. So I'm gonna pretend like I don't see all this, and just charge up the right side of the room, and jump on this guy.
Okay, and Kragnar.
Try to bury my axe in his head.
I want to get off this bear.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
So is Kragnar going to try to bust through the pews or go around the outside? It doesn't really matter, but probably slow you down a little bit trying to bust through them. But you basically, if you want to just basically flank these guys, you could just go around up, the outside edges or whatever.
I think we lost him.
Oh, did we lose Kragnar? Ken, are you there?
I think Ken fell.
He does look kind of asleep.
No.
Uh-oh.
I think Ken fell asleep. According to his video.
Oh no, really? I can't. How do you change someone? How do you look at a? I don't know how to use meat at all.
Better question. How do you put a single loud, long beeping noise in as the track music for this online campaign?
Yeah, if he's got the music turned down, I could try to ping him on Facebook.
Have like death noise. The beep, 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 beep.
Do you guys know how to click on a person so you can actually see their thing?
I've literally never used.
That's how you pin you pin. Do you have somebody pinned to your video right now?
Oh,
I think
that's what I was doing. Oh, I could see.
If you go into the three dots, you could change layout. Then you could have all the basic ones, or you could have spotlight or sidebar, which is how you shine spotlight.
I don't want to do that. I'm going to pin this. I don't want everybody watching Ken sleep on the stream there. I can text him. I'll just try calling his phone.
I think
that would work.
People are
Hopefully,
doing.
it's a loud ringtone.
If he might have his ringer turned off.
That's
Call
funny.
Ken Wickersham. It didn't even read my thing right. So let me just go into my texts because I know he's texted me recently. Just gotta find it. There it is. Nope.
Sounds like this. You really miss the ability to just throw something at someone across the table in a in-person game.
Yeah, there should be a way to do some kind of remote thing. Like everybody wears a little wristband or something. That the GM can zap it when he needs to.
Yeah, that's why I had the idea a while back of specially designed erasers that are designed for aerodynamics. Well, I mean, I was thinking eraser.
Actual eraser design is pretty wing-like.
Oh, he's not in my phone.
Got a nice slope.
Yeah, though I don't think it would fly pretty well. It doesn't
Let's see
seem
if anything
quite...
happens. I'm trying to call him on Facebook.
Messenger audio.
They just gotta put
I
two of
just
them
heard it.
together.
Okay, you guys can hear that. That's me calling Ken on
Yep.
his mic.
Echo.
Here.
Yeah, he's not waking up though.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he could hear all of this.
All right.
I just thought that's something that maybe sounded like an alarm or something.
Yeah. I don't know about anyone else here, but I know that my phone is way louder than this call is.
Yeah, right.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't get it. I can't get him.
Though I usually tend to wake up before my alarms, so at that point it's just insulting.
So
Mhm.
I can.
Speaking of which, if anyone suddenly hears a whole bunch of DMX through their
That
mic,
was loud.
somebody's calling me.
That was the you just missed a call from James alert. I've never actually been in this situation before, and
There's a kick participants thing where if you hover over a name, you can remove.
Yeah.
So we
Well, I hate
continue
to-
the game without him, and also without anyone getting to see him sleeping.
I guess I could do that on the chat part, and then we'll just.
I think you can mute his video since you're the host, James. If you
Well,
want.
I had it pinned. I've had it pinned the whole time because Connor wasn't really comfortable with the webcam thing. I know you don't usually have your camera
Yeah.
on, and Nate doesn't usually have his camera on.
I don't have a camera at all.
Oh, right. So there you
Yeah,
go.
that's your same problem. Yeah.
So I did. So I thought, well, at least a GM cam, so they could see me babbling and being stupid. So when I started when I put it in the Streamlabs, it's just been me the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think you can mute his video since you're the.
The only thing I can do is remove him from the meeting. I can't control.
Well, that's silly.
Let's see. I can mute Ken for everyone in the call. So I'll do that because that'll just that just mutes the mic. But I can't turn his camera off remotely. It just mutes that. That's weird. But what I'll do is I'll send him a text in here so he knows it wasn't. Hey man, you
Yeah, right.
asleep. So we just continued on. No worries.
Join us if you wake up.
Yeah. Join us if you.
Wait, wouldn't it be when, not if?
Hopefully.
Yeah. So that way, at least he'll get that message, and you'll know like we're not. I didn't like. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we'll have to continue on an NPC. I think we got a general feel for Ken's overall character. Kill anything that moves.
Yeah,
So-
he charge, he smash, he maul.
So I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get his bear up here.
No, the bear mauls. Yeah.
Why not both?
Yeah,
Since I
the
started
light,
building
Good
battle
point.
cruisers.
the light thing is definitely a roll 20 issue, and it's just going really slow for me. It's not having issues with the light not working right, but it's definitely acting weird. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's strange.
No, it's not just this campaign. I've had the same issue in other campaigns.
Okay,
so.
yeah. Like I said, when I saw the post about that they were going to throttle their servers because of the increased traffic due to the pandemic, I think everyone kind of had an oh shit moment, you know. And now it's been like, so I might revert back to Map Tools for a session just to see, and that's a peer to peer, so
Sure.
that might work a little bit better. I am going to try out Astral this week. I got it for a month. Last week I didn't really get a chance to play with it. It looks, in a lot of ways, kind of similar to Roll20 in how you do things. So I should be able to pick up on it pretty quick. But the one thing I really like about it is you can create your own character sheets, editable in the app. So you just take your PDF, you load it in, and then you create your buttons and check marks over like an overlay. But at least it looks kind of the same. So it works. It's functionally very similar. So I like that part of it. I love the animated stuff. It just makes it a little more visually interesting, especially for streaming games. But that Foundry VTT looks pretty awesome too. So it's just right now I'm trying to finish this game, trying to get the streaming stuff going. I'm trying to pick up some freelance work. A buddy of mine hooked me up with this. I don't know, organization, or it's not really a company. It's like an app, but it's for writers, and you can submit for like proofing jobs or like little simple ad copy jobs or marketing things, doing blurbs for products or filling out reviews and shit like that. I've picked up a few little things, but they don't pay a whole lot. But at least it's something. But yeah, so it's just, my head's been like just kind of crazy. And I haven't been doing well, mentally either. That's been kind of struggle, but let's see if
we'll get that.
Yeah, let's see if we could get through this. I'm almost thinking about restarting my Roll20 real quick since I closed some other stuff down. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to exit. It'll just take me a sec. And then Jaren, since they're charging, is Jaren going in as well, or did you want to do something else while they were taking care of these two cultists that are at the altar?
I want to try and like go up. I want to try and like go up and hide behind the next pew, not the closest one, the next one up, and then take a pot shot.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. It's loading right now, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Sometimes that helps for a little while if you just restart Roll20.
Unless I have some equivalent, like Burning Hands or something.
Oh, I see what you're talking about with the lighting. Because it's trying to draw it as the map is coming in. So you do kind of see everything for a minute, yeah.
You get these diagonal views of things in other rooms.
Yeah, weird looking. Yeah, I saw it for just a sec. Now, does it stay like that for you, or just when you're in the process of moving?
Just while I'm moving.
Okay, same.
But then when I first moved, like everything, all the fog of war was gone. I could see everything for a second.
Yeah, that.
And then it went back to just seeing the room.
That's a Roll20 thing. So, okay, so for this
obviously, yeah.
So for this exchange, I'll go ahead and we'll move Jaren up a little bit closer. It's just everything's going so slow. It's still slow as hell for me. I move it, I put it where I think I want it, and then I let go, and then about 5 seconds later it moves. So it's not awful, but it's definitely not optimal. Okay, so let's revolve.
Man, I've never fallen asleep on a bear charging into battle before, though.
Yeah,
got to say that.
Well, it's been a long day. I know he's taking classes and
well, I mean, you guys haven't. That's like a weekly occurrence for me.
Well, and it's really weird for me because my BiPAP machine, oh, there he goes. He woke up.
He's back.
He's back.
Join us. There he is. Woo-hoo! Good morning.
Hey.
Welcome back to the land of the wicked,
man. We're getting ready to charge. I go, Kragnar, are you gonna go through the pews or go around? And I have the video pinned to my video because no one else is using their camera but Ken. So I didn't. And they're like, I think he's asleep. So I unpinned myself and I looked over like, oh yeah, I'll be damned. I even tried to call you on Facebook so we could hear my phone calling you, but I was trying to ring you, but I didn't wake you. So,
I still like my switch to the
nice
loud
thing
beeping noise and cricket plan.
Well, the nice thing is we were talking and trying to get organized, and Roll20 was running slow, so you haven't actually missed anything. So, you got Kragnar charging up the left side.
No wonder you fell asleep.
Right, waiting for Roll20. Oh.
What's everyone doing at the altar? Getting married?
Yeah, we thought we'd hang out and like do a whole polygamy thing and
human sacrifice.
Some bestiality. You got there's bull. There's.
I mean, getting married, human sacrifice, basically the same thing when you think about it.
That old chestnut.
Of course, not Aethmer's still hiding.
So
pretty much, but better not.
So Jaren, because of the tussle and the tight quarters there, your difficulty for your shot on the cultist, your best bet is probably the guy that Rarik is charging. The difficulty is going to be fair.
What cultist?
There's two cultists at the altar there. He's taking a shot.
Actually, yeah. When did you fall asleep? What's the last thing you remember?
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember it getting hot in here and not hearing you anymore.
That happens to
There
me
you
in
go.
this room too. Whenever I close my
Okay,
door.
so I'm standing by one of the cultists. So
Yeah, are you having your bear attack him because you're
the bear and
mounted,
I.
or are you attacking him from your bear, or are you? How do you want to? How do you picture this?
Are you kidding? I wouldn't have been able to get my head through that doorway if I was riding him. We walked through.
you both there basically to attack him, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. So Jaren, to go ahead and take your shot versus fair difficulty. I have to look at your guys' tokens because you have your real names on the on the bottom of roll 20.
I added my
Oh yeah,
character name too.
yeah,
But
he's got his in parentheses.
I don't know how to do that.
It's that little
it's on
gear,
the.
that little gear icon. There's a display name. You can just type in whatever you want there, and it'll be whatever. It doesn't matter. It just takes me a little while to get used to looking on the map. Sometimes I can't always find the tokens. Did Jaren make a shot? I gotta go back to tab. Nope.
What the hell happened?
With
Hmm?
All the names collapsed in upon themselves.
What happened?
oh, on your at the bottom of the screen, they all went to like in the same. Tried to take over the same spot. That's weird. That's a roll 20 thing because yeah, there's some weirdness going on since it's been so much busier. Oh, you got a good. Okay, so that'd be a minor wound on the cultist, and let's start with on the left side. I'll make the bear attack, and it probably isn't gonna. You and by the way, you guys both have these cultists at a -1 because you have them outnumbered since you're attacking with your animals. So I'm gonna attack as the bear. He gets a +1 because he's good. Oh, bear got a mediocre.
He's just as ornery as I am.
Tight quarters.
Go ahead and make your attack there, Kragnar. And then I'll make the defense roll for the cultist, and he's probably gonna be dead soon. The nice thing with the bear is, so large creatures, their movement is not as fast, but they do
Melee weapon.
they do extra damage when if they hit something. So yeah, melee weapons, perfect. And then I got to roll for the cultist. Ooh, not good. Okay, so we got a minor and a serious, it looks like. So let me go ahead and mark I might just wait. I won't be able to remember those. You guys have to give me just a hot second because it takes a second for these little circles to pop up for me to put the wounds in. There we go. So he's going to be at a -2
Gotcha.
for the next exchange. And I'll make his gut check here real quick. He made his gut check, so he's not stunned, but he is literally crapping himself because he's being attacked by a bear and a barbarian. So he's going to be backed up into this wall over here, just basically trying to get away. All right, Rarik, it's to you and your wolf.
A bear and a barbarian. Would that make it a
Right?
barbarian? Yeah,
A
sorry, I'll show
barbarian.
myself. Okay.
And the cultist, I'll make his attack.
Rarik is going to use the momentum of charging in on the wolf
Okay.
to aggressively fuel his swing as he just tries to take the head right off the cultist as he charges by.
We'll call the charge an aggressive stance, so it'll give you the +2 if you do the minus plus thing.
Okay.
If you strike, we'll give you an extra. He'll give him an extra point of damage, and I got to make
Oh gosh.
roll for the wolf, and he is good. Ooh, Rock, nice job. The wolf is good.
Rar.
Rawr.
Rar.
Ah, Wolfie didn't do so good. Oh, he wasn't attacking anyways, all right? Did I do that wrong? Was he?
No, well, he might have taken a nip as he charged by, but you know.
Didn't get the opportunity. Ooh.
Oh.
That is a critical wound on that cultist. Oh, hang on a second. I'm just waiting for my screen to pop my little windows up so I can put his... Roll20's acting so weird right now. I don't even know how to explain what's happening to my screen. It's changing zooms. There it goes.
All right, and then I'm gonna jump off and kind of flank him. We're kind of like circling him together on opposite sides of him, the wolf and I.
Oh, that was a
Like
that was
prey.
a critical wound, wasn't it? So I got to make his gut check to see if he's dying.
Assuming he's still standing.
He's dead.
Oh,
Well, when you fail a critical gut check, you're killed instantly. So
so
Especially when you fail it by that much.
yeah.
his head bounces off and lands in the fountain over here.
Splashing water all over Kragnar and just pissing him off even more. All right, so and then so we're to the next exchange. Nate, I'm going to move your character to the proper area. Oh, as soon as the map, I'm going to have to zoom this map out a little so that I don't have to scroll on it. So give me a second here. Zoom out so I can see the whole thing. Otherwise, it's taking me forever to.
You can also just signal where you want me to go, and I can move it because I am zoomed out to 50% right now.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I seem here-ish.
Well, you're going to go to a spot on the map you can't see because it's going to be dark, but you're going here if that works.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you should do something like this so that I know where. I'm guessing in 10 seconds a bunch of circles are going to show for what I was talking about. Yep.
It's going to be dark, so if you want to give yourself a light source, I'll just do that now because you're going to need one to get through that room. He's a smart fella. He would have known.
Yeah, I'll pull a burning piece of wood from the brazier.
I'm just waiting for it to apply it, and then I'll put you in the right area. You're actually next door, if it will let me move you. There we go.
Here.
You are there.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to let you move me.
There we
go.
All right, so you're there. So this guy is dead. If I can get the thing to pop up. Yeah, this really sucks that it's not just me that it's going that slow for, but I'm more concerned by all the issues of the light things and that not working properly. There we go. Well, at least that's done. Okay, so he is dead. So to the next exchange, Kragnar, like I said, you got this guy at a -2. You finishing him off?
Yep.
All right, and Rarek, it looks like Kragnar and the bear have got the one cultist cornered, basically. What are you and Wolfie going to do this exchange?
Gonna listen for where the next wave may be coming from.
Rarek's gonna blow up the torches.
You hear, I'm assuming, Nate, were you being stealthy? Now they're on a full-on charge?
Ish.
Ish? Okay. No surprises coming down the
I'm not
stairs.
deliberately making a bunch of noise, but I'm not going out of my way to be sneaky at this point.
Gotcha. Okay. You don't hear anything, but far off, like it, probably not even in the next room kind of a thing. You do hear what sounds like some distant shouting. But it's so...
Which way?
North, from this area here. If this pops up. There we go.
All right. Wolf and I are going to head over here to this door and kind of flank it. Okay. So when they open it, we can ambush them.
Okay, perfect. And then, Jaren, are you going to be doing this exchange? It looks to you like Kragnar and the bear have the cultists pretty well handled in the corner. And and you see Wolf and Rarek heading over to the door to the west. And what would Jaren be doing this exchange? Oh,
Do we lose him?
did we lose Jaren? He just has to unmute. He's muted.
Oh look!
Yeah, sorry. Forgot.
It's a Zippy ornament.
I'm used to Aethmer. I'm used to Aethmer.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
So basically, yeah. So just what do you want to do? This we're still in exchange route because
The bear ate it.
the one cultist is still going. So what did you want to do this exchange? If you're looking for other stuff, you've got the entrance down here. There's a door by Rarek, and there's another door. I'm waiting for my thing. Up kind of by the altar there. Hopefully that popped up. Did you guys see that?
Connor. Yep.
Okay. So what does Jaren do in this exchange?
Connor?
Pot shot.
Oh, and Connor finally found.
Take a pot shot at this guy if he's not currently being interrogated by the 15 other far more terrifying things than some dude in white hoodie.
I'll tell you what, you steal my thunder and I'm coming for you.
I'm going to call that difficult because of the big ass bear.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to go farther away.
So call the difficulty on the shot good because the bear's kind of in the way, going to be in the way moving around. He's kind of big, so your difficulty will be good. Remember, the cultist is at a -2. Kragnar, you can also go aggressive if you want, and I'll roll for the bear. You guys do have control, and I'll give you your stats for your character. I forgot to do that. One of the things I was going to do is proper character sheets for the animal companions, so you knew like their brawling and all their qualities and whatever. I will do that for the next
The bears-
one. Update your sheets.
The bear sits on Jaren.
Rude. Jaren instantly fucking dies.
So he was already at a -2, so he'll be at. Oh, I'll make the cultists check. He's probably gonna die here because now he's at a -4.
Oh.
Yeah, that
So go ahead and make your attack, Kragnar, and I'll make the attack for the bear. He's +1.
Oh, the buttons went away.
Uh-oh.
You gotta click on your token, then they'll come back.
Yeah, and I just tried to make a roll, and I'm stuck. I almost have to take a picture of this. So the input you know how the input when you make a fudge roll, the input modifier comes up and you can put a number in there for your whatever. It's stuck,
Yeah.
and my cursor now is a 0, a little tiny 0 with a circle with a line through it that I can move around my screen. This is
Gnarly.
Fun.
This is what it's doing right now. Here's my screen, which I'm going to have to give some shit away. I'm trying not to. But see that? See this little thing? This is my cursor.
Oh yeah.
That's what my cursor looks like in Roll20 right now.
That means no. I don't know
Not
what
really
saying no
useful.
to. It's just saying no.
And here's the other thing.
That means
now
do
it
not
won't
enter.
anything else. I'm trying to escape. Oh, there we go. Escape worked. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, -4. That's right. Oh my God, this guy's.
I don't know, but Jaren's gasping for air because the bear farted.
Oh my God. So
Well, you rolled. So you rolled. You rolled for the bear. I see. Never mind.
so both of you did basically traumatic wounds. If you like, Ken, you can describe this poor man's end however you like.
It's basically a cleave from the crook of the neck through his chest cavity to his hip.
Oh Jesus.
Mm.
Okay. He is dead.
And the bear took the leg off.
Oh, what happened? Oh, there it goes. Okay, let me mark
What?
him.
I don't know.
It's just going so slow on this end, it's almost comical. Oh, there we go. Oh, it won't let me do it now. Cancel. There you go. Click
Seconds
on
per
that.
frame.
There we go. Yeah, 1 frame per second. That's about the speed of my map tool or my Roll20 right now. Now I can't get rid of the cursor thing. I can't see the rest of the map, so give me a sec. Anyway, so you guys got the 2 cultists killed. You got Rarik and Kragnar, or I'm sorry, Rarik and his wolf posted outside the one door. Vadran, what were you doing this exchange? You were coming down the stairs. You realized you're in kind of a side room, judging from your descent down the tower, and you see a door
I'm gonna keep
up here.
moving towards where I heard the main fight.
Okay.
So
you could basically
might
bust
as well
through
just
that
kick
door
this
if
door
you
in.
want.
Oh, that is absolutely the plan.
I'll just get rid of that door. As soon as
Nothing
it
left.
Kragnar blows out the candles as he walks by.
Blasphemer!
There's now a blood red fountain in the.
There we go. Okay, that's weird. Now I got to go back to the. Oh, that's why it looked weird. I was still on the light. What do you call it? The light moving levels. There we go. I still have to scroll this because
What
of the
is
way
going on?
Roll20 is acting right now. It's just acting really slow because their servers are. And now all my dudes are missing. What is going on? There we go. Okay, now it's now
See, there's
everything's back the way it
sell
was
this
supposed to.
footage to Roll20's competitors.
This battle would have been done an
Mhm.
hour ago with use a different VTT here. Okay, so there, I can say whatever I want about Roll20. I've been a $10 a month subscriber for about 5 or 6 years now, so I can say what I
Oh,
want.
jeez. You should not be getting throttled.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Uh-huh.
what choice do they have, really? I mean, for what they're, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know.
I don't know how many people have paid accounts. It's a small percentage. It's mostly just GMs that do it. Players don't need to have a paid account. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I've been a pro subscriber since I want to say it's been about 7 years, 6, 7 years, something like since it was a beta, since when it first came out. So when they first made it available, so it's been several years. Spent some money on this. I think I've gotten my money out of it, but right
It's
now
not-
it's sucking hard.
So the door opens up and our friend walks through. Okay, so
Yeah, so if you oh sorry, and that's the other thing that sucks about all this. I had all this set up with doors and cool stuff, and I can't even highlight the door so I can move you guys. There we go. All right, can you see in that room now?
a little bit.
No.
Oh, just because the light. Yeah, so Vadran's got light source on him, so if he wants to come in to that area, or if you want me to give somebody else a
I
light.
see
Alright, can
somebody
everyone see it
standing
now?
in the doorway.
Hmm.
Can everyone see it now that I've moved?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
All I see is like a little piece of the hallway.
Yeah, that's a normal sized door, so your bear might have a little trouble getting through that door.
Depends how sturdy the wall is.
Is this a window to the south?
There is.
I was gonna
There's,
say
there's
it's
a
a
window
bear.
to the
It's
south,
everything a big size door.
and there's another door up here to the on the north wall. Basically, like a
Yeah, I can't really see that
sleeping
for
quarters.
some reason.
Yeah, I can't see that either.
I can't see the door. It just kind of fades out to the north of the room.
I see right here.
Well, there is one right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there
Now I
is one
see
there.
it. Now that Radron moved closer, I guess the light source is just small. All right, I guess I'll kick in the door.
Alrighty.
Which one?
Continue the rampage to the north. Standing in front of.
Dynamic lighting. He's going to that little door. I just gotta grab it. It's just everything's working so slow right now. There we go.
Oh, good.
All right. At this point, with him kicking down the door in order to find more people to go on the rampage, I'm starting to think that Doom music would be appropriate.
Oh, I don't have anything playing, do I?
I don't.
I honestly don't know.
It's there. We go.
I have my stuff turned way down, and it says it's playing, but I don't hear squat. Someone's calling my phone. Oh no, that's the song. That's the song I have as my ringer. That's playing right now. So I thought my phone was ringing. Da, 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 da.
Oh yeah.
Maybe my master music
boy.
volume is finally working. Yep, now it's working. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I
working
have
before.
my red house. Those my ringtones every time I hear that song.
So we
I
found a
just wanna-
dining room.
Yep. So this room, and
I
it
have
looks
X
like,
Give It To You as my ringtone, so same thing with that song.
and since you guys are coming into that room with a light source, you notice that if you slow down, things are going really slow for me. There is half-eaten food on that table. Candles look like they were recently put out. It smells like torches were just recently extinguished in this room. So someone was in here in the last couple minutes. And when you step into this room, this chamber is sleeping quarters. There's a sort of a makeshift alchemist lab on the north wall, Vadron, that you see at the top there. And then there's a bookshelf on the east wall, a bed, and yeah, that's what you guys see.
Are
Hey,
you
Jim.
trying to ask a question?
What's that?
Yeah, I was raising my hand.
Oh, did
I don't
you do
think
that
he
in Google?
Sees you.
Where were you raising
Look at
hand?
your
Raise your actual hand on the camera.
Facebook. Jim,
Look at what?
Yeah.
look at your messenger and Facebook. That's what I see.
My messenger and Facebook. Oh, did we connect? Did you pick up?
I think he's just in
Oh,
the
that's
wrong room.
weird. Oh, that's because of the.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was.
Oh, that's a Roll20 thing, Ken, for sure. That sucks. His light is all jacked up. It's like little slices of light where it should be totally lit up. Yeah, that's a Roll20 thing. If you guys want, I'm willing to try Astral or Map Tools next week just to give it a shot. Same campaign stuff. Everything will be the same. It'll just be a different VTT. I'm definitely going to try Foundry at some point because that's another peer-to-peer one, or that goes through their own thing. And everybody I've talked to that uses Foundry says it's way more stable than Roll20 and seems to run better as far as not having glitches and the issues that we're having. So definitely want to do that. We still have one person watching. That's cool. So if you guys are cool with that, because this is frustrating as a GM. I mean, I normally run combats pretty quick. Most people know that. This sucks. This has been the most painful session for me because I was expecting to already be pretty much done with this arc tonight, and we haven't even gotten to the good part yet. So my apologies. This thing is really slow. It's taking forever to do stuff, and it sounds like even if I turn off the stream at this point, and Streamlabs, it's not gonna. That's not really. I looked at my system. Streamlabs only uses like 5 to 7% of my resources, so it's not like it's sucking hard. Kevin, where is that again? How do you do that quick when you want to check your in Windows 10? Does anybody
Control Delete Task Manager.
Yeah, there's
that's a
Task
quick way
Manager.
to it.
It's that way.
Task Manager, that's right. There we go.
Resource Monitor is the app that's built and that gives you an even
Performance,
better
right?
view.
Yeah, one time I tried to close Task Manager with Task Manager.
cookies or something.
The universe imploded in on
Everyone's done
itself,
something on
and,
Etsy.
and luckily for me, it created an alternate parallel universe where everything kept going. Kind of
From the
close.
people that
So I
do
see
it.
the performance thing, but that doesn't show you like individual apps that are running. Or what? Oh, that's
no,
under
that's why I use
processes.
Resource Monitor. Yeah.
The biggest hogs right now are Google Chrome, 22%.
Always.
Adobe Acrobat is like 10% hovering. Streamlabs, 2.2%.
There you go.
It's Chrome. I may try to run next week. Everyone
Yeah, it's
tells
Chrome.
me that
You get some tabs you can close.
and that's the thing too. Normally I've got like 15 tabs open in Chrome when I'm gaming. I have 2.
Yeah.
I have my map.
Well, I'm sure.
My map on Asgard.
I'm sure it's all Roll20.
Yeah.
Probably.
right now.
So next week what I'll do is I'll experiment with Firefox in Roll20, and see how throttled that is while I'm running everything, and then I'll either have Map Tools or Astral ready in the next couple weeks because we've been doing this every couple. I want to try to at least get us to the next area here because we got about another hour of game time.
All
If
right.
this is
Well,
too
I'm
painful
gonna
for you guys,
tell my
let me
wolf.
know.
I'm gonna ask my wolf to find them.
Oh, because you already got the scent of the cultists, right? Oh, the Jarl. You got
Right.
the one of the Jarl, right?
I got the son of the Jarl too, but they were in this
Yeah.
room and they didn't come out the way we went. So I'm gonna
Correct.
ask the wolf to find them, figure out where
Yeah.
they went.
Just planning on rolling up that rug, seeing if anything's under it.
Okay.
Could be.
You want to basically
Try
check
it.
the room for stuff? I mean, just a general.
Yeah.
I guess if you're looking, are you looking for like what are you looking for? You can check the whole
Door.
room, but I just need to kind of know what you're looking for.
Door.
Trap
Way
door.
out. Oh, okay, gotcha.
How
So
many-
investigation check.
Yeah, like
Anybody
a
that
trap
wants
door.
to check for a door in this room, a secret, anything under the rug, under the bed, bookcases.
No, I don't find anything.
I
Maybe my
okay.
wolf does, but I don't.
I definitely don't.
I do such a yeah, I rolled -4, so I'm pretty sure.
I don't know how to search
I'm
a
pretty sure
building.
I'm doing
Kragnar,
such a poor
Kragnar
job.
the Barbarian. As you guys are searching through stuff, Kragnar's kind of looking over Vadron's shoulder, and as he's kind of sifting through stuff, Kragnar just happens to notice. He thought he saw kind of a faint light for a second as he was moving stuff around on that bookshelf on the east side. As he comes over to help Vadron sort of move that bookcase out of the way, there is a secret passage or secret door that basically opens up into the next room.
All right, let's go.
What I'll basically be happy
Kick it
to
down.
do
Let's go.
is just grab you guys and move you over there because otherwise the map's going to get weird on me. And I'm having to grab these one at a time because I'm deathly afraid of trying to lasso 5 tokens at the same time right now with how slow this is running. I'm just trying to get everybody in the same room. There we go. And I'm not dogging. I would be the last person to like really dog Roll20. I've been a pretty faithful user of this app. I
Yeah,
haven't
but
checked.
this is painful.
This is painful. This should have been over an hour ago. And it's not a good reflection of the game either because it doesn't take this long to do stuff in the game, in my game. So I'm especially frustrated, but we'll just wrap this one to chalk this up to technical difficulties. I can't even grab everybody. It's going so slow. There we go. And you're going to be stacked on each other, and I don't care. Just to get everybody here. So basically, you see, it's like another kind of storage room, and there is a set of stairs that is heading down to a basement. I'm going to fast forward some of this. I'm assuming you guys are
All right.
trying to get this guy and catch him. So you go down the stairs into a basement. The
Yeah, we're
basement-
trying to chase.
Yeah, it's a small basement. It's like 15 by 15 maybe. It's not even a walled. It's like rough, like dirt wood with some wood up to kind of brace it up, but it's pretty much just a dirt hole in the ground. And there is a passage that seems to be dug out of the east wall that appears to be heading into the hill. I'm assuming you guys want to follow that
Sure.
Apparently,
because
if that's the way
the
he
only
went, if the
apparent-
wolf says
yeah,
that's
as
the
you
way
guys
he
are,
went, then
it's
that's
a
the way
very
I
and
go.
it's so just so you know too, the way the wolf is acting is a little unusual because you guys know you heard people in the church that apparently ran out of somehow left the church, so you know there was people in there. But the scent that he really seems to be struggling with the Jarl's scent. Like he picks it up but then loses it. So that scent is much more faint than anything else in the room. I'm trying to
All right.
explain without, you know what I'm saying? Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Yeah.
I get it.
The Jarl was here, but not as recently.
Right.
He's
Exactly
getting
right.
bad nose reception.
So let me get you guys to the next map here, which is going to be a nightmare because it's a big one. There we go. And I got to get you guys all. Whoops. That's the reason I clustered everybody together, so that at this point I can just grab and copy and paste everyone. I just want to get through this session so that I can fix everything for next week. Yeah, it's not. I thought maybe it was. I'm running my webcam and I
Right.
got Streamlabs going. That stuff ain't drawn nothing compared to Chrome. It was pegging at almost 29% at one point. That seems heavy for Chrome, and I've only got 2 windows open. One's Roll20 and one's Google
One's
Meet.
Roll20 and one's a video chat.
Yeah,
That adds up.
That does,
That's pretty. That's pretty intense. The only thing worse would be if you had Facebook open too.
and I don't.
Especially if you're running high resolution across your 3 monitors.
Right.
Well, I turned down the one on the tablet because I just needed a placeholder for it, so it was up front. But I'm not even using that now because Tumon crashed. So, okay, so I got you guys there. So let me get you to the other map. I got you all copied. Now it's time to paste you. It's just taking a second.
It seems
for
like
this.
3 monitors is one too many, you know? Like,
No,
Pretty-
it's not
Too
enough.
many. Yes.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Nowhere near enough. I mean, I could send you what my desk looks like.
Yeah. When I was
There's
doing tech
only,
support for 8x8, we used 3 screens because we'd have up to 3 chats going at one time.
Yeah.
And we on our mobile phones we had mobile apps where people could text in just like question stuff that we had to answer. So it was kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, let me guys get you in here. I'm probably gonna have to resize
well, I mean,
these for
for
this
me, I
map.
basically just have a desk and then a dresser to put things. So, you know,
What?
2 monitors is about as far as it goes.
Nice.
And I have to hang it off the wall and the ceiling.
One
Hey,
thing I
Jay.
can tell you for sure is that the bear and the wolf is rideable, correct? It's a dire wolf.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it through this cave system, through this passage.
Hmm.
So what do you guys want to
Okay.
do about that? There are some spots where it's literally
Leave
like
them as rear guard.
Yep.
in the church.
Guard the back.
Right at
Bark
the,
if there's trouble. Yeah, at the entrance,
There's
the cave.
in the,
entrance.
in the
If
basement,
there's
right?
trouble,
They're going to stay downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Hawk, though,
tell
I'm
him
bringing.
to bark if anyone shows up.
Hawk's coming with us. Speaking of which, we should,
Yeah, the hawk can
we
definitely.
probably
fit.
should give
Hey,
him
Jim.
Yeah.
at least
Look. Oh, shit. Look what I got in the mail.
Uh-oh, I got to switch. I got to unpin myself.
Is
Ah!
that a board game?
No. Is that an actual album?
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, it's a record.
Old
Wow,
school.
nice.
So,
It's an LP
It's a hard one to
or
find.
an EP.
yeah. Well, that's cool. Oops, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm learning. I hit a button by accident on how do I unpin. Now I got everybody on the screen and I don't want to do that. How do I unpin? Oh, I have to pull that back up and then pin myself. There we go. That's cool. I for chat, I really like Meet. I don't know what you guys think of it, but on my end, it's super. I like it. Although it feels like it's a little more.
Meat's been working great.
It seems like it's a little more resource heavy than Hangouts originally was, but Hangouts ran as a standalone app, not as a browser based thing.
Right.
So
Well, it really was a browser thing.
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it was a little more
I know.
dedicated.
Yeah.
But this has way more capabilities, and apparently you can get way more people on this and all that too. So awesome. Okay, so I think I got you guys all in on the map. I'm just trying to get so you can actually see each other. And it's very, very narrow. There are spots where it's only maybe 18 inches wide or 2 feet wide. Where you almost got to turn sideways and like kind of squeeze through. But let me get you over to the other map.
You trying to say too much jerky?
Too much wyvern jerky.
Wait, wouldn't you first, in order to get the jerky from the wyvern, have to catch one?
Well, I
Yes.
stole it from the castle. I took it from the pantry.
Catch, breed, whatever.
All right.
You still have to catch one after you breed it. It doesn't solve the problem.
All right.
Did it get you
I'm
guys
going to
over there
grab this
okay?
torch from the wall so that we have another light source. If that,
It looks like this is working.
Excellent.
For a
So I'll
second
just
there,
put
I
that
heard
on the.
sport.
I forgot the hawk though. Where the hell did he go? Oh, because he was up. He was up by the bell tower. Hang on a second. I'm
He's just
waiting
hanging
for
out.
everything to catch up. There we go. Control C.
I don't think he even knows where he is. He's just
Change
there.
maps. This is normally take something about 3 seconds to move a token from one map to another. It's going to take me about 30 seconds. Waiting for the map to load. There we go. Now I got to get it to the right part of the map where you guys are, because it always loads upper corner first.
it's a map.
It's a map. I got Jen watching. We're watching all of the Star Wars movies, and we're gonna watch all basically the way that Disney has their little things set up. If you want to watch them in a certain order or whatever.
Yep.
We're doing that. So we're about ready to start Return of the Jedi. So we're about halfway through the movies, and then we're gonna watch all the
Nice.
animated stuff and everything. Yeah, I got her into it. Once she realized
Yeah,
that
right.
Star Wars is
really good.
basically just a nerd soap opera, she got really interested in it.
Yeah.
I mean, space opera as a genre
Yeah.
is pretty much the nerd soap opera.
If I called it that,
He's
she'd look
got
at
a
me like
point.
I was on drugs. Space opera? You mean
I
like they
mean-
sing in space?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my first thought when I heard that, like an opera singer and a TIE fighter. It's like they turn on the radio and hear opera music. The
I'm
Empire's coming.
giving Rarik some light here, so bear with me.
Thank you. So I did manage to take that torch
Yeah.
off the wall.
I'm
Okay.
just glad somebody noticed it.
Every time
I needed
try to
light.
talk-
There was light.
Well, because you guys had your own light sources. Yeah, that's interesting. It's not working on the walls. It's showing
Yeah, I can see
everything.
right through them. Yeah, it's great.
Walls? What walls? You don't need walls. Walls
Okay,
are
this-
suggestion. not-
No, I
not
did this
walls.
whole thing out, which means and let me tell you, this
you
cave
threw out all these
system.
walls and everything.
Yeah, this cave system is huge. I'm kind of at the point, I don't want to be a baby, but I'm getting so frustrated on this end while trying to stay in a good mood.
Mhm.
And it is after, I mean, we got another 45 minutes, but honestly,
I can fall asleep again.
I'm
if you guys
with
can
you in
laugh
terms
at
of
me.
being about ready to call it, honestly. Given how much we've had to fight Roll20.
I gotta tell you, this was gonna be a really fun thing. Let's just hold right there though, in the
Okay.
cave. Just
Yeah,
because I
we
want
just entered the cave. That's a really convenient time to stop, too.
I want to
Mhm.
fix it because there's some really cool shit in here, and it's not a cave adventure, so don't worry, Cav. It's just a part to get. It was the escape route.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
But
It's
there's
always a cave
definitely
adventure.
it's not a super complex cave route. No, it's
Yeah,
network.
yeah.
It's more like
Okay.
just tunnels, but there are some wrong directions to take. So there's only a few. There's only like 3 forks in the whole thing, but one of them's like kind of bad. So
Did you send the bird down to see which one's the right and the wrong one?
said, yeah, you could send the hawk. So that's good. And this is where the animal companions have really already been starting to make such a huge difference with
Mhm.
characters that aren't super high powered, but having access to a big
Scary.
brute and an intelligent tracking wolf and a eyes in the sky kind of a thing. I mean, this is basically kind of, for me, it's almost turning into Beastmaster, the adventuring group.
It really is.
Yes,
If he
but I
gets a
don't
pair,
have.
and I'll give you 2 if you want to have a pair. you know, and you want to call them Kodo and Podo, I'm all down with it.
No, why
Know
would
your
you-
audience.
Yeah.
Wait, why would
Oh,
you
yeah.
do
What are you talking
They're
about?
ferrets.
I got a
Why
bat
would
that
you-
sleeps under
There you go.
my coat.
Hey, Connor, if you want a good idea on some ways to use your ferret creatively, try to find, you can find it on YouTube actually. Find the movie Beastmaster, all one word. It came out in 1983-ish.
Oh,
There's mine.
I was thinking either use the ferret as a scarf or use it for the Indiana
ferret.
Jones monkey.
Oh, he used them basically as thieves. They would steal keys. They would, you know, they stole
Yes,
clothes off some girls that were swimming in the water, so that, you know, they'd have to come out naked, and so they're kind of just mischievous little. But we could make something like that, and I will, like I said, I'll stat out all your guys' your animal companions, so then you could just do stuff with them. You can make attack rolls, you can make investigation checks, and do all the things you want with your animals. So I'll have that all set up for next time. And I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
about
I was
the
gonna
text
say
on-
just a thieving ferret.
well, and I
because
thought
I
it was
like
my
to
stuff on my end, but I'll be honest with you, my computer's not really working that hard. It's just the browser-based stuff. Streamlabs hasn't choked on me. I was looking at the analytics on it. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 27 seconds, and it hasn't been one drop off or one drop frame. So
And there's been-
Streamlabs is running great.
2 people the entire time.
Yeah, we had 2 people at one point, and this will be. I'll put the links, but these will. If you go to the Blood, Sweat, and Steel Facebook Live page or the YouTube channel for Fudget Publishing, it's there. It's also, there's a Twitch channel for Fudget Publishing. I hate Twitch, but it was included in the multi-streaming, so I thought I would give it a try. I don't hate Twitch. It's just it's awkward to set up. Streamlabs is not remembering its settings, so I got to merge it every time I stream, which is a pain. And from all the live streamers I've talked to, unless you're like really big, Twitch is, you just get lost in the shuffle. And Facebook gaming is kind of new, and a lot of people are starting to check it out, so that's where I'm going to put most of my energy. But if you want to actually see what this looked like and how I had it set up, what I'll do at the end of this too, if you just want to scan for it, I did have some other channels. This is why I'm so frustrated. I created some other scenes for the live stream. Like, I've got one scene that's just the map close up, so it's just the map. I got one that's just the PDF, so if we're talking about rules or something in the character sheet, I could pull that up. I also had a separate window just for the chat, so if we weren't actively gaming. All of that was set up, and I couldn't do any of it during the stream because Roll20 was choking so bad because it was throttled. So it'll be better for the next one. I'm going to try to streamline some shit, but yeah, let's call it on this one here, and then I'll either be using Astral or Map Tools for next week, and we'll just see how that works. Probably Map Tools because I only got a couple weeks, and I don't know how familiar I can get with Astral in 2 weeks and set up a campaign in it. But Map Tools, I could carry this thing out in about an hour. So maybe we'll try that first and see if you guys like Map Tools. You will need a download for it. It's its own app, and it's peer-to-peer. So basically, I would only be sharing my connection with the 3 of you, and it's a little more efficient that way than going through browser-based stuff. But we'll see. I don't know. What do you think? You got Nate, you guys have all used Map Tools.
Like I said, I am pro Map Tools.
Yeah.
I've never used it, but as long as it's
Cool.
Have you used it before, Ken?
Long.
You used what?
Map
Tools.
Tools.
No.
Okay, so I'll put the download link in chat here in a little bit. We can wrap this up for just, this will be the big cave adventure that we'll get into. This was supposed to be just really a continuation to get you to the real meat of the of the adventure. So one way or another, it will be smoother next time. And honestly, for me, if we have to go theater of the mind next time, and I could just post up some visuals or screenshots or something, if that ends up being more efficient, I'm totally cool with that, because the technical issues really threw me off my game tonight, and I've been looking forward to this for 2 weeks. I put a lot of time into the multiple scenes and getting that all set up. So I'm more frustrated than I sound right now, but I'm trying to stay positive. So thanks for bearing through it. I'm sorry that Map Tools was rough today.
Hey, we literally brought a bear to do it, so it's okay.